Okay guys, so for today's Busted Out, I have something that is still available. I know this is still available with Tonic, but I think it came out like 3-4 months ago. It's the Delicate Floral Handbag die set, so I'll have that linked in the description box. My goodness, so I'll have that linked in the description box, and that will be an affiliate link, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, so thank you guys. I believe this is also a lot of times in the 3 for 2, where if you pick up like 2 different die sets or stamps or whatever it is they might have in that section, you get the third one free. So whenever I use that sale, I always try to get the same things that are like the same amount, because I don't believe that they will, if you put, let's say, 6 things in and 2 are like on the lower end and the other 4 or 3 are higher, they're going to give you the 2 lower end pricings for free, right? So I always just split it up, and I try to do it in a way that all the prices are about the same, so I get the best, bang for my buck. But I have that. And then I was like, well, what papers do I want to do? Just, to make kind of a quicker video, I was just going to do the papers, because if we open this up, I'm sure it has tons of layering dies and all that kind of stuff that Tonic does. So let me open this up. And I've been cleaning up my craft room recently, so I have, come across tons of different paper pads. And then I saw this, and I'm like, why is this still in a box? Because I recently took everything Crafter's Companion sub-box out of their boxes and put them in the Year of Craft boxes, which is kind of interesting, because those are more like a drawer system. And then I put those apart together in like the main box, or however, of the Year of Craft, So I did a little switcheroo here. I'm trying to open this without destroying it, and it's not working for me. So, too bad. There we go. I always like to keep this packaging, but with these guys, you can easily put them on those A4 magnetic sheets and carriers that Tonic has. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just cut away the front, because on the back, it's basically the same images. But either way, so when you bring this out, we have this. Oh, I'm missing something. Is that over there? I felt like something came off when I popped it out, so I'll have to find that last little guy. But anyway, what we're going to do today is just use this. And then I came across this box, like I said, that was sitting there. I'm like, huh. So when I open it up, apparently I probably showed it maybe on a haul video, but I never used it. Like, I feel like I remember using it, but then I was like, did I use this? It is Craft Box 23 Decoupage, and it has like this little lilac or something, wisteria, I don't know. So now I'm thinking, why don't we use this? So it'll be a little different. It still has a similar decoupage feel. How they do, their little, like with this little area that supposedly goes over the number so you can have it in order. And then, I haven't looked at these papers, but I figure we can cut into the papers and hopefully there's enough of them, right, to do this, to complete a project. And I think because like that lilac has like a little bit, I don't know, like it's a little dark accents, I thought, well, maybe we can make the purse black and then have these colors pop, So let's see. Open this guy up. Papers that are in here. So we have some kind of mottled look. This one's kind of cool. I was thinking about going with like more purple. I mean, these are cute too, but then to put the flowers on top of that might be a little much. I don't know. Oh, I do like that. Oh, those are sweet. I don't know. It's tough because I do want it. Maybe we can do a mix of some papers. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh. So that one maybe, and then maybe on the sides and everything else like this. I don't know how big these dies are. Well, I can look at that, I guess. Let's say we did this in the front and then we did the decoupage, and then maybe we add like a little tag or something. And then the black paper. Yeah, so we need this guy. We would need it once for one of these, like in the back side, one of these for the front. And the side pieces are just these guys right here. And of course they have the inlays and everything else. I'll measure these things in just a minute for you, but I'm going to hurt my fingernails here. And I don't want to do that, but let's bring these guys out. So we definitely need 2 of these. I think we have enough paper to do that, right? Side, at least one of the front or backs, basically the back side. The side pieces. You can also decorate this inner piece if you would like, maybe a different color or whatever. Then we have this little bit here. That again we can decorate with pretty paper. So I think I have enough. Let me grab some black paper and then I'll do the measurements before I forget, but I'll be right back. So we'll need a base piece that is this piece here. It's almost 5 inches wide. I just want to give you the measurement of this largest piece that you have. That it's like 6 1/4, and let's say at the widest maybe almost 5 3/8. That's the biggest guy, so whatever, if that helps with your machine selection, like to know if it fits in your machine. So we're gonna need a couple of those. Now if I look on the back here, of course this is when my neighbor wants to do something. I need 2 of that, I need 2 of the side, 2 of the outer base so that you can cover it up so it looks pretty. I don't know that I'm gonna make this little inside box, but it's very easy, so maybe we'll just talk about that one. So we need 2 of this, right? And 2 of the side. And this is for the basic box. Ooh, look how cool this is. This is an inlay, but it's separate from this part. Can you see that? And then this one too, it has like a little sunrise. It has the thanks that you can cut into it or you don't cut into it. You have your inlay here, so you can leave that, you know, so that later you can pop one of these guys in. So those kind of have like the embossed words. So we have especially for you, happy birthday to you, and then for you instead of thanks, and then a little something which is like a little tag. Again, this is for that inside piece if you want to put like a little bowl on the inside basically to hold things so that when the person opens it, everything doesn't just fall out. You have like this little area. So really cute. Again, that's just built up with one base. It wants you to cut 4 of this part, and I'll talk about it in just a minute, and then 2 of the inner side. Because basically, if you have this piece and you're going to lay it on this to cover the other side so it still looks nice, they want you to cut another one of these. So, and then your side piece, of course, which is this guy right here. Okay. Seems pretty easy, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to cut 2 of these guys, 2 of these guys, 2 of this, and then on the decorative paper I'm just going to do 1 of this with the whitewash, and then cut it out again from this one, and then 2 of these for the side pieces. And I'm trying to think, do I want to just go with this? We'll see about this little decorative piece on the top, okay? But I'll be, oh, and there's still more things. There's a tag here that says just for you with the inlay, or just the tag itself, a little heart. Look at this little guy, cute little kind of medallion type thing that echoes what's going on here. And then of course the inlays are there, and like I said, I don't know, I thought when I popped it out I might have heard something, so I had to look around, so I'll be back. Super quick. I mean, I ran through as many things as I could. I used my tangerine because it's obviously larger, but I still have this paper because the flowers are every which way, so I was able to cut a piece from here and a piece from here, and then that main piece. So I might still cut some for the other little decoration, the handle. I was thinking maybe something, I don't know, like lavender, just to bring some lavender in there. I don't know. Okay. So on this other side, basically, again, you just put it together. I was going to say, they're probably going to want you to curve these things, because these are the kind of things where you kind of squish it down. You see it's a little bit curved, like a little lunch pail. Really cute. So, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add these guys on, and then we'll give them a little squeeze. Hopefully this guy's ready. It's never ready. Every time I go to use this guy, he's like, no. Let me clean that out. I'm going to put some glue on here, and I can hear that my neighbor's talking to his dog out there. So I'm going to stick this down. And I'm not putting too much. Obviously this is paper. You don't want to like buckle. It doesn't really with the tacky glue. But you always just want to be careful whenever putting glue on there. So we're going to put that guy on there. And then with this guy, I'm going to put this one on. And then when I come back, we'll have that done. What I want to show you with this right now that it's still a little bit wet, what I'm going to do is go ahead and score my score line, because I don't want to mess with that too much later. So right now I'm just going to kind of see where that's at. And since I'm going to use scoring tool, bone folder, this is some super thick like matte cardstock from Crafters Companion, and I think it's like 300 GSM if not 350, and it's thick stuff, so it's hard to get the score going. You just wanted to round it just a little bit, right, just to get it started. This part's going to go like this, and that's not the biggest deal. And if you want to score that too, I guess you can, but that's all we're looking to do, okay? To round it a little bit, I'll do the same thing with this one. Well, maybe lucky for you, they got me to close my window because someone is smoking out there. Must be his company, because my neighbor doesn't smoke, at least not that I know of. Alright, so on these guys, we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go ahead and just score down here. That one was easier because it's smaller. And on this, the right side, we're going to glue this down. And I was just laughing because I was going to see if my glue was going to give me trouble again. He's like, ah, you got 10 seconds there. Here we go. We're good. And I'm just going to pop this here. And just following like the contour, I mean, trying to split the difference. There's like, you know, a little bit of a bump there from the die, so you can see what you're doing. So I'll do the same thing with the second one, with this guy, right? And then we're also kind of give it a little bit of a rounding, just to get it kind of trained up. And it's nice to do that when it's wet, because then the glue kind of helps it like get into shape, you know what I'm saying? So something like that. As you can see, this is going to come in here like this. Oh my goodness. And then this guy's going to squeeze into here, basically. You can see already. Okay, and I'll do the same thing with this one. And so now all they're saying is to attach the forward curve pieces first of your outer base die cuts as shown, and then adhere the second outer base die cut over the top of the first to hide the outer side, outer front, blah, blah, blah. So basically what they want you to do is basically sandwich these in here, right? So if that's the not good looking side, and then you're going to sandwich this in here. So I'm going to do this, and I like using wet glues for construction. And we're just going to bring it in here. If I get a little extra on this inside part, that's not the biggest deal, because we're going to cover that anyway. But you know me, I always like to make sure that it's lined up right on the score line here, but right on the edge of the other piece. So where it scores to the edge of the other piece, right? And you can go around, I mean, you can go to this one next, or just go ahead and put this side one, it doesn't matter. It looks like they made it so that they divot in perfectly, so we'll see. So I'm doing this one, then this one. We'll see how it goes. So with the tacky glue, you do have another little extra second, basically, to move it around in case you're in the wrong spot. Where, like, sorry, our beloved Nouveau Deluxe sets up pretty quick, right? So we have that, we have this. Let's get this over here, and there we go. And I'm gonna push it down just a little bit. And let's see. I'm trying to see if this would be like perfectly fit or how. Looks like it might have a little bit of space. Oh, not enough glue to hold it the first time. There we go. I mean, sometimes the glue, if it's not enough, you just have to really hold it for a little bit longer, and then it will start setting up. Because even just the smallest bit of glue will still stick, right? So I kind of clicked in, and yeah, it does. It lines up right on the edges. So when it clicked, it went, that one's a little bit off, but this one's right at the edge. And then this guy. So a lot of times whenever I'm going to lay one into the other one, I do it in a way that this inside one's a little bit larger, because this has to nestle into that base. And if you brought it in really close, then it might not nestle in the way it's supposed to. So you want to keep that in mind. Sometimes I do the outer one first. I just did whatever it said in the instructions on this one. But again, lining it right up. Right there, and then I'm going to lay it down just a second on the table and make sure everything's just adhered. And look at that, he wanted to tip up on me. Let's get that going. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And alright, now just move in with this guy right to the edges. You can put the glue on the paper, yeah, this piece. I put it on this other piece, but let's get rid of that little gunk, and let's put this right on here, splitting the difference, making it nice and even. And then again, just making sure everything's gonna fold nicely. Yeah, looks good. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna go pick up Dorian from school. My alarm went off, and I'll see you guys back here in just a minute. Okay guys, got my babies and good to go. Alright, so I haven't decorated that little top part, but let's check this out. Oh my gosh. And of course it's a squish and a squish. And so, you know, I did a little rounding, but it really doesn't require that much rounding. How cute. So on this side I'm going to do a little something. So in the meantime, I did grab this. We're going to use this obviously from the old kit there. And I want this guy. And I was debating, yeah, I am going to do the little decorative bits. So what I'm going to do is run one like that, and since I know where the other one is of this, I'm going to take this guy. Oops, sorry. And if for some reason that one was never there, I'm just going to contact Tonic here in the US. If you call them, they answer pretty much. It's Michelle will answer, hopefully. I haven't had a call in a while. And you can email them too, but she's like on it. Really great service there. I haven't tried calling the UK one because I don't need to. I've never had to do that, but I'm sure they answer there quickly also. And you guys know my whole long distance issues. I'm not going to be calling the UK anytime soon. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to run this through twice, okay? Just so we have a little something. And I was debating, you know, cutting out a piece of paper to go behind it just with like the first layer without the inlays, but I think it'll look nice and just delicate and just leave it like that. So I'm going to run this through twice and I'll be right back. I just stuck this down also when it was flat. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do for that design, you know, part of the design. So let's get this guy out of here. Pretty clean. Just a little something right here. So I'm going to quickly glue these down. You can always flatten this back out. And I'm just going to put glue, let's see. Just in here. This is a nice specialty paper. I don't know that the glue's going to react, like activate or make it look funky, so I'm still going to dab a little bit of that off, just so it's not saturated with glue. And I'll place this here. Oh, I have a pearlescent kind of lavender color. Maybe I should have gone with that, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to put that there. Maybe I'll put a little higher right here. Alright, and I'll do the same thing for the other side with this other piece. Just on the outside, glue that down right there, and I'll be right back. So, got both of those pretty sides there, and it's still push in here. This is nice and generous too, so it's not like it's going to rub this and like pick it away every time. So it has a nice opening. So even if you double layered it, you know, with the base layer plus the inlay layer, you're good to go. How cute is that? We'll talk about sizing hopefully at the end. I won't forget. Okay, so these are the dies from that kit. And let's put this to the side for a moment. I'm going to use this again. Decoupage sheets. How cute are these? Oh my goodness. You know, I never really talk about how thick the decoupage sheets are. They're a nice weight. I know sometimes with Hunky Dory we'll get some and then like you cut them or whatever and they're like a gift wrap paper. It just depends. They have different papers, right? So they have Deco Larges really thick and all these other ones. But sometimes they'll have decoupage books where you cut yourself and they're pretty thin. And that's probably by design because obviously to cut it, it's a little bit easier to cut when your paper is thinner. But so it's interesting. I prefer something like this. Okay, so A1. So I'm getting a little confused because I know I just recently made a video that maybe I haven't published yet because if this is going to be on Wednesday, then that one will probably be on Thursday or maybe later on Wednesday, I don't know. Where I used the, this, oh my gosh, you guys, the layering, floral layering, Christmas related dies and things from decoupage sets from Crafts Companion. But look it! And you see all the way through it. You can see my fingers back there. I am so excited the way this came out. So we talked about that in that video, and of course all the decoupage videos, but you want to put that little A1 over the area here, so just that's supposed to cover that little dot that says A1. But again, it's covering it right now, but it's way off. All right, let me get closer. So you still have to kind of pay attention, because like if I cut it here, it's not going to be good, even though that is covering. So you're still going to want to line it up as well as you can. You know, if you want to cut an aperture, you can definitely do that. Use the dies to cut little aperture, and then you'll know exactly where you're cutting. But I'm not going to be that picky about it. So let me get this and this. I don't want that to move. And I don't do a whole lot of layering, but since this is a purse and it's already dimensional, I'm not going to stick it in an envelope. I will do all the layers today. And I'm curious, are there more than one image in here? Or is there? You guys. I never opened this enough to... See, that's what's funny. On the paper, I'm like, oh, there's roses on here. That's kind of weird. Because they have roses. Did I do that? I don't remember opening this enough to have seen that. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. I actually like the rose better than I like that lilac stuff. Okay, let's cut them both out just to have them. Alright. So again, same thing. That's why I said A1. I was like, A1. I must have like another one, like a B if they have A1, you know? So, oops, that's not the right spot. A2. Sorry, guys. We're going to pop it on here. Oh, if you can find this set, I would say grab it. Alright. And then you continue layering, so I'll keep, you know, I'll lay this one over here, again covering the little letter, and then this one, and then I'll go ahead and cut out the rose too because it still goes with what I have going on. Interesting. And also, what are these little circles for? We'll have to figure that one out. Let's see here. I was gonna say, I wonder if you're supposed to use those and layer them up to do the decoupaging. You could do that. Make your own layers, or dimensionals, right? Okay, so I'll take the other two, and then I'm just gonna run these through the marquee. So I'll be back. These fit around the marquee so well. This is such a cute set. Oh my gosh. What a bummer. I never even tried it. One thing about these, it doesn't have the embossing, like the cute little other bits that the decoupage sets that you would buy have. They usually give you like some lines and some other stuff. But look how pretty that is. Layered up, layered up. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the other guy, and I'll be right back. Put these back on here, but since there are no like markings, who knows where I got each of these little bits from, but we'll figure it out. I'll just pop it on here somehow. Here and there. I don't know, that doesn't seem right. Okay. So, maybe up there, huh? Alright, and then let's get these little guys out. Okay, so I'll just bring these out, and I will be right back. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so we have our pieces here, and you know what, these are so lovely. And again, 3 layers, you know, I mean, that's all I want in a decoupage. But let me see, I'm trying to see what I want to use to layer it up with. I like using thinner stuff. This one's not too thick. Okay, I'm just gonna use these. These actually come from a diamond press set that I probably should keep for that purpose, but you know, I have plenty of foam and we'll figure it out whenever I need it for the other set. Okay, just kind of, I have it in front of the camera so I don't really see what I'm doing because it's way out here and I'm way back here. That looks good. I mean, that's so pretty already. And then how about just that one other layer? And then we'll layer up the other guy. So just the way I'm doing this, I'm just obviously intuitively just looking at that is so pretty. And apparently there's, in that set, there's stamps to stamp this and then cut it out again on your own, just like they do with the decoupage sets, right? What a sweet set. I wish I would have gotten to it sooner, because I would have recommended it. This is so cute. I don't want to put another one, but I will. Okay, so let's go there. And again, just continue placing the stuff and then doing the next one. This one's going to be a little bit higher because obviously it's going to have 4 layers. I mean, the base layer and then 3 others, but I mean, that looks pretty just like that too. And I was thinking about maybe I should put them together, but they don't really go together, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. It's cute because it has that little purple, so you think, oh, you can kind of mix them. I guess you could. It looks kind of odd, no? How about this way? No, that way looks worse. It looks better this way if I was going to put them together anyway. That is kind of cute. It's growing on me, you guys. I think we're going to do it. Alright. So anyway, let me finish layering this guy up. And now that I'm like, I think we're going to do it. Do we do this guy and this guy? Or just... Yeah, we need to, huh? Okay, so let's stick these guys down, layer it up, and I'll be right back. So I plugged in a glue gun because I think I'm going to need that. And I'm going to put these on here. And I kind of want them in this area now that I look at it. I mean, how cute is that? But I didn't curve them, so that's kind of why I'm using the glue gun, because I'm going to force them to kind of make this shape. And then, you know, we have all these different things. So I have like the tags, I have like, I can still put for you. We can do one of these little guys curved on there. We can do a tag, like this other one. This thing has all kinds of words, which I really love. Thank, and then you, of course, just, I mean, there's love, thinking, for, with. I mean, there's all kinds of things, and I can even mix these words with this tag, you know. But I was like, well, maybe I'll bring it back to Tonic by using the tag. Let's think. Because I did use, oh, sorry guys, that was loud. That purple would be lovely. And then just put it on, that's what we can do. So even though this paper is thin, you know, it's not really like layering paper. What I'll do is I'll cut this guy out, and then I'll cut it out, this and this, tape down so it doesn't move through the purple paper. So okay, too. I'll be right back. Again, that's soft paper, just the same paper as this one. We're just gonna glue those together, and then I don't know if I'm gonna put like a little something on it, like some twine. We'll see. Let's put this on here, just a little something here and there, and So sometimes I've kind of shoved it in and then just done it that way, you know, like it doesn't need the twine. But let's hold that together. And what I like is to give it kind of a zhuzh, so it's kind of fun, and then maybe I'll stick that in within these guys. I don't even know if that works. Ooh, no. I'd say it could. No. We'll see. We will see. So let's get this. I think this is probably ready to go by now. Yep. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. Maybe I'm going to stick these two a little bit together and do it all at once. How did I have them? How did I have them? It was something more like that. Okay. And then we're going to stick them on here. Maybe I should want to stick them down the roundedness, but like right there basically, right? So let's get some glue on this quickly before it sets up, and then I can't even push it down. Right there. And just trying to touch all the edges so that it stays rounded. Right? Oh, it feels all nice and warm. Sorry if I was out of frame at all, because I just realized I closed up and I haven't backed up yet. Alright, I'm going to continue holding it down. It's pretty much there. I mean, it's hot glue. It sets up pretty quick, but I'll be right back. Hey guys, I think that's on there. Super cute. Again, if you want to put that little tray inside of here, it'll hold whatever like little treats you might want to put in there, but I don't think it's a big deal. If someone opens it, you think they're open in the air, I doubt it. So either way, you can pop that in there too. It's very easy. It's basically the same construction as this. You just put the base, the two sides, and the side pieces. Oh my goodness. How cute. Okay, so we have this little guy. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you already have a lot of going on. No, that's too much. Maybe I'll pop it in there. Why not? So if you still want to put some little twine just so it has something extra, maybe we will. Let's go an extra step. Let me grab some twine. I'll be right back. I was looking for this one, and then I thought, twine with gold. I don't know. That's okay. Let's pop this in. I would like one better that had like silver. And this is what happens with this kind with the gold too, with these kind of flecks. Sometimes they want to undo. That's okay. And I'm just going to tie a bow, so I'm going to give myself plenty so I can cut away whatever looks frayed at the end. Again, most of it's going to be tucked away anyway. It's just going to be kind of something that sticks out there so it looks like you have that going, which we do. Not just looks like it. We actually do have it going. Something like that. It has to be a little floppier than I normally would make it, so that way maybe I should trim it down when we're done. I'll trim it down again later. So when I put it in here, you know, it's just kind of, you can still see some of that, right? Okay, so let's put some glue there, maybe right here, and let the rest of it just kind of do its own thing. Back in there. Oh yeah, and I'm not even hiding it that much, to be honest. That is cute. Okay, I'm going to hold that down for a second and I'll be right back. That is it. Busted out. Again, a die set that I picked up not super long ago, but did come out a few months ago. And then this is, you know, number 23. I think by the time I quit getting the boxes, we were like in the 40s. So she's like halfway through the sub program there with Crafts Companion. If you can find this box 23, I highly recommend it. I'm going to keep an eye out for it because I love the refills. Obviously, you know, you have your dies, your stamps. It's never going to diminish, but the little papers and stuff. And a lot of times people like to copy them too. Whatever it is you want to do, but how cute is that? Let's not forget to measure. Alright, guys. I'll measure the base. It is almost 5 inches, like 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. And the height, like to the little belly, you know, like up there. I mean, it's hard to tell, but like 4.5. And then of course it's taller because of the handle there, but that's like 5.5-ish. Good size. There are two of these. The other one's more of like, I want to say rectangular, but it's more squished down and longer. So it's shorter but longer. Where this one is just a little cutie pie like this. I love this. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I'll have the links as appropriate and images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.